someone who was not a nominee who had got a vote. And I misspoke earlier because actually anybody can vote for themselves or whomever. And it will just be added to the tally sheet. However, we do have a winner, and that is Thomas Leonard. Now we're going to go into round 3, which is two alternates who, if they are called upon because the regular delegate is not able to go or whatever reason, these people would be obliged to vote for John Kasich in the first round. So you have the yellow ballot and you have 2 people that you can vote for those 2. Okay. So you've been given a yellow ballot for this round of voting. If you didn't pick up a ballot when you cast your previous ballot, your white one, please come forward so we can make sure you have a ballot and mark your credential. So during this voting, you will be voting for 2 nominees. In a moment, I will open the floor to nominations. We will then hear speeches from each nominee. And at the end of the speeches, we will invite you to cast your ballot into the ballot box and then pick up a ballot for the next round of voting. Okay, I will now open the nominations. Okay, Nicholas Starling. And a second on that? Okay. Next? Okay.
I'd like to nominate myself, Rachel Meiselman, and John McKenna.
Second.
Can I do one?
One at a time, please.
I nominate myself.
Okay.
And your name?
Chris Farley.
Second.
I also like to nominate Rachel Meiselman.
Second.
And
John McKenna.
John McKenna. Tom, okay. Tom? Matt Connolly. Yes.
My name is John Wagner. I would like to nominate Vanessa Carey, C-A-R-E-Y.
Okay. Vanessa Carey.
Second.
Okay. Anyone else? Matt?
I'd like to nominate Tom Sullivan.
Tom Sullivan. Matthew what? Okay. Matthew, would you please come up here and make sure that they have your name spelled properly? Todd?
I nominate Victor Navarro. Second.
Okay. Victor, come up here and make sure your name is correct.
Can Rachel also come up as well?
Yeah, I nominate Rachel Meiselman.
She's been nominated. Okay, yes. Peter Steinberg. Okay. Okay. Anybody who's nominated, please come up here and make sure that your name is spelled correctly on the sheet, okay? Richard? Okay. James Dolan. Dolan. Right. James Dolan. Michael Herlihy. Michael Herlihy, do we have a second? Thank you. Anyone else? Any other nominees? Okay, the nomination is closed for this round of voting. Now, we will have the different candidates, or in some cases, the same candidates, come up here and speak again. Remember, you get a chance to say two more minutes, or whatever. So would you all please come up here and prepare to speak again, more or less.
Hi, I'm Peter Steinberg, and just to clarify, I work at Beth Israel Deaconess, not Brigham and Women's Hospital. A couple people confused that. So, at any rate, again, I voted for John Kasich in the primary. I think I would vote for Kasich on subsequent ballots. And what else can I tell you? I have been to Cleveland. It's a lovely place. They did real well on the lake there. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is nice. The football stadium's next to the lake. It's a great use of waterfront property. And I got a couple of text messages from my family. They said, what could I do to enhance my candidacy? And the three things I was told to say were hope and change, chicken in every pot, and free prostate exams to the first 100 people who vote for me. So, free. I got some spare change in my car. Peter Steinberg.
Bartley here again. I'm not from Dorchester. I'm actually from Hyannis. I'm from the Cape. And I would like to have your vote today. I think that I can really represent Massachusetts at the GOP convention. I love America, as John Kasich and Donald Trump and all these other candidates are saying, because why would they run for this job if they didn't like America? I know Democrats probably don't like America, but that's a totally different story. I really am very involved. I've been very involved in the Tea Party in Boston, Great Boston Tea Party with Patrick Humphreys. I don't know where he is, probably somewhere around here. I'm very involved in, I kind of am involved in John Birch Society. I'm very involved in the Log Cabin Republicans. I'm starting to get really involved in that chapter. Log Cabin Republicans is going to be the newest and biggest thing in the state. So watch out for the Log Cabin Republicans. It's going to be really a big hit.
It's good afternoon now. We've all been here holed up for about 2 hours or so. My name is still Richard Bien, and I'm now asking for your vote to be an alternate, given the fact that the majority voted for someone else in the first 2 slots. Again, getting to know each other a little bit more. For those who haven't voted for me in the past or do not know who I am, I did go to prep school in Ohio. My father was a physician there. Bought the Geauga County family practice in a hospital and worked there for 50 years. My sister is now practicing at the Cleveland Clinic and inherited that medical business. The museum there, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, was designed by my relative. So I do have ties there, and I would ask for your vote to send me there as an alternate. I had a statewide photo when Governor Taft was in office through his international director, August Puss, so that was an honorable reception at that time. As I've mentioned, Donald Trump has privately invested in my future, and I look forward to serving him in the capacity as an alternate if you give me your vote. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Matthew Lewant. I know new face, crazy. I am here, I'm unaffiliated with any candidate. I'm just here to practice democracy. And thank you for nominating me. want to thank everybody here for coming out and showing that they care about our country. I'm a Republican because I believe in small government, and I believe in bringing government as close to the people as possible. And I think all of you do too. And I'm gonna vote that way if you elect me to the convention. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Rachel Meiselman, and I have to say it's wonderful to be here today at this caucus. Gives a chance for everyone to make his voice heard. But I do understand that in today's climate, many people understandably do not feel like their voices are being heard. They feel ignored, overlooked, and that's because increasingly politicians are making decisions that negatively impact us. Moreover, in particular the last 8 years, the government has become progressively bloated. And so at this time, it is more critical than ever to spread the message of limited government, respect for the Constitution, and personal responsibility. I'm asking for your vote. My name again is Rachel Meiselman. I'm asking for your vote to send me to the 2016 Republican National Convention as an alternate delegate. Now at this time, you probably want to know a little bit about who I am. Well, I'll start with a quote from the late Bill Hicks. He said, "I get a kick out of being an outsider. It allows me to be creative." Now, I happen to be Jewish. I'm from Boston, West Roxbury and Dorchester. And my family's been here, well, in Boston, since the late 19th century. But when I was growing up, I found that many people around me were Irish Catholic. And so if I wanted to have friends, or a boyfriend, I had to reach out to other people. I couldn't be scared. And well, fortunately for me, Boston has a history of people with larger-than-life personalities, and it's also a city that recognizes the value of forging alliances. Now, I've done many things to help grow the party. And if you send me to the convention, I'll not only continue to spread that message of growing the party, but also keeping the people who are in the party.
Okay, so it's James Dolan again. I've been pretty clear. I have to vote for John Kasich on the first ballot. I'll continue voting for him on subsequent ballots, and I will be voting for Donald Trump.
Hi, my name is Victor Navarro. I'm listed on the anti-establishment liberty slate. A few things about myself. I am a Cambridge resident. I have been a Cambridge resident since 2003. I moved up to Massachusetts when I was very young. I was about 1 year old from Lima, Peru, and I became a citizen in 1991. When you're that young and you learn the Constitution, it makes a profound effect on you and your future. And that's what drove me into the liberty movement inside the GOP. I really adore the Republicans that I've met in Cambridge and outside of Cambridge. I have relatives in Texas, and they love their GOP, and I hope to soon make it as big as the state of Texas GOP. So I'm just asking for your vote. My name is Victor Navarro, and I just want to make sure that you know my name. It's Victor Navarro. Thank you very much. Take care.
Hello, Matt Connolly again from Cambridge. I've been up here a couple of times now, and I just wanted to say, you know, I've in government. I've worked tirelessly on behalf of multiple candidates over time. I've gone to law school and I work as an attorney now. And I know one thing about this convention. Our rights exist only to the extent that we are willing to defend them. Whether that happens at this convention or it happens somewhere else in the streets, that is what I want to do, and I won't stop working for that whether I go to the convention or not. But I think there will be a place for that in our convention. I think there's a place for the principles that we stand up for and believe in, and I believe I would represent this district and Massachusetts well if I were sent. So thank you. Matthew Connolly.
Hi again, it's me. I thought maybe this time I'd like to share a little bit about my involvement in the Republican Party. I got involved in the party when I was 16 years old, which was of course 2008, when everyone else was getting excited for Obama. I was probably the only one in my high school to wonder, why the heck is everybody liking this guy? Because all he says, because he talks out here, but I think everything is coming out the other end, if you get what I mean. But I've been involved in the party. I've been involved in the party since then. I was the first treasurer of the Boston Ward 22 Republican Committee when I was 20. I've campaigned for Rich to Say for Congress, Charlie Baker, Scott Brown, as well as candidates in New York and New Jersey when I went to school down there. And if I were to be selected as the alternate candidate and vote for Kasich, I will be proud to vote for Kasich because he is a strong conservative governor with a great record and would make a great president. But assuming that he isn't even eligible to make the ballot, which is a distinct possibility, I would be supporting Ted Cruz in the second ballot because if we can't have John Kasich, Ted Cruz would be the one candidate that Democrats would fear as president. And I mean actually fear. I mean, because think about this, they're all coming after him. You've heard all those silly rumors on Facebook from when he was thinking that you've heard all the rumors on Facebook. I mean, they're trying to bring him down now. And frankly, if the liberals are scared stiff of a Republican candidate, that's the one candidate we should be ready to stand by, and that's the one candidate we should be ready to put in the White House because we know what that means. He's going to be a conservative president with a conservative Congress, and that is going to mean a better, brighter America, and I hope he can send me to complete that mission. Thank you.
John McKenna.
All right, Don.
All right, Nick Starling again. How we doing? So, for those of you, I was told that I was a Cruz supporter. That somebody thought I had a Cruz sticker on, which that's not the case. I thought my bright red tie gave it away that I was a Trump supporter. But I will be obviously voting for Kasich for the first time for the first round if I am elected as an alternate delegate. One of the things that's going to be happening, just getting the nominee is just going to be one part of what the convention is going to be about. If you elect me as delegate, it's going to give me that much more sway when it comes to setting the RNC's path for the next 4 years. So, like I said before, United States Army Ranger, some of you, well, none of you know actually, that I can't grow hair right here because I caught shrapnel in my face the 9th of April in 2003. And I've bled for that Constitution that everybody's up here talking about defending, and I have actually defended it. So please elect me as delegate. I would really like to go down to RNC with a little bit more pull to be able to help set the national agenda, as well as help Massachusetts have a louder voice when it comes to picking our presidential nominee. Nicholas Starling, thank you.
I don't run as well as I used to. Hi, I'm Tom Sullivan still, and I'm not going to use the whole 2 minutes. I'd feel like I was preaching to the choir. If you want to sing along to yourself, way to go for it. I am committed to John Kasich all the way through for as many ballots as I would vote. I would be voting for John Kasich. So that's where I stand. Tom Sullivan, thank you. Sing along.
Hi, I'm back.
back. I guess I lost by 1 vote. So now I have to say that as an alternate, I will vote for John Kasich on the first ballot. Actually, I don't really want to say that, so I decline.
Okay. We've heard from all of our nominees, and now it's time to cast our votes on the yellow ballot. If you don't have a yellow ballot, let me know and bring up your credential and we'll take care of it. In any case, if you want to look at the list on the 2 tables over here to my right, please feel free to come up and check the names and the spelling.
Yes.